Hello from Magicland Farms. I'd like to take you through some of our fields and some of the crops that are currently growing despite not having any rain. The first one we'd like to show is the strawberries, and as of today, which is June 1st, we're getting just a few ready strawberries. I'm hoping later next week to actually start selling them. We're able to water them, so I'm hoping for a decent crop, but you never know. The heat is not always the best for strawberry size. We'll see though. I can always be pleasantly surprised. Now I'm going to take you to some of the fields where I'm going to plant and some of the stuff that has been planted. And although this is for anticipation for next year, this is the next strawberry patch we're going to be having. The test planting we kind of did before is about 1/3 of an acre. That's what we'll have for this year. This is a full acre. This will be in production hopefully next year. So I know I'm teasing you with it, but just to show that we are still trying to get into strawberries fairly seriously. Right to the side of it, right across this little road, or I should say two-track, is what I just prepared today. I just did some tillage, some bottom plow and disking. This will be one of our plantings of tomatoes, which we're going to be planting next week. This will be our early tomatoes and probably heirlooms. I have another field that I'll be doing for some of the canning tomatoes and Roma tomatoes. Now I would like to take you right over here. It's just up the hill here to the first planting of beans. Due to the how dry it's been, I'm going to have trouble with the second planting. I haven't planted it yet, but I'm planning on doing that real soon. But I don't have enough moisture in the ground to have it germinate, so I'm going to have to irrigate it immediately, which is a lot more work. So, right over here, first planting of beans. There are there's 4 varieties in here. There are some yellow, so for those people who gotta have their yellow beans, they did come up, they're doing well. Everything's growing well. Animals have left them alone. Last year we had a little bit of woodchucks go after them. They're doing well. They're a little weedy. We'll get the mechanical weeder out. Hopefully that'll alleviate the weediness. We're going to also have to irrigate them because unless it rains, please pray for rain. That's going to be a reoccurring theme of we're going to need rain. All right, and then actually, and then right across on the other side of the road is what you've seen in the other video of us planting are the cole crops. And they look nice, don't they? I mean, they've been growing well. They took well. Once again, they need a little bit of water. We're giving them, or we just set up a real quick sprinkler just to alleviate some of the pressure, and it'll do good on them. So they were irrigated once already, as soon as we planted them, but we're going to have to keep up with it. What you're seeing here is this little section here would be the cabbages, different types of cabbage. Then a little bit over, again, cauliflower. Yes, we're doing cauliflower this year. And then broccoli. And if you could actually see it, there's some kale mixed in there somewhere too. And right across from the cole crops are onions. They took well. The paper pot transplanter that you saw in the other video, which we're going to make a video on itself, But right now, we just showed a real quick snippet in the last video about it, showing it being used. It worked well, so we'll probably keep up with the onions. As you see, weeds came up well. We're going to need to get some irrigation on these, but they're starting to bulb already. So far, I'm pleased with the onions. It's kind of exciting. And then for the people that remember from last year, we actually put the garlic in the same spot. There's reasons for that. So normally you would rotate your crops. Garlic is one that you really don't have to. There's no real diseases. Although it'll probably be going somewhere different next year. But they're doing well. The skates are already pretty much here, which is a little early. We'll probably be selling a few of these when we have the strawberries. So we'll just have a little bit available. And you will see on the tables, if you saw the other video that we had, we showed the cole crops that were on the tables. We planted all those, which is where the trays came from. These are our peppers and some of our early tomatoes. Now these will be going into the ground probably Monday. We're going to start working on that. That's what I've been prepping ground for. These sadly can't be used by the mechanical transplanter because I usually plant them through plastic, but these aren't that hard to just push through the plastic. And we got many varieties of peppers here. We got our the bells, the super sweets, and our hot peppers, the jalapenos. We got some other weird peppers that we decided, or I should say, I decided to try this year. We'll see how those are, like a white jalapeno, little cherry, stuffing little cherry hot pepper, and also chili peppers. So I got one more thing to show, is always the high tunnel with the cherry tomatoes, to show you how they're coming along. You could probably see there's a bit of wind damage to the high tunnel. That doesn't affect the crops inside very much. It is fairly easy to repair. I just don't have the time right now since we're trying to get everything in the ground. It'll be repaired pretty quick, though. If you also notice our piles of ground cover, they will be placed in the high tunnel when it's a little cooler. Right now it would be unhumanly hot to be in there, so we don't want to hurt anybody by installing the ground cover. And the ground cover is just meant to keep the weeds down, so that can be done later. Now, off to the high tunnel. And the sun sugar, along with some of the other cherry tomatoes. But they're coming along. They're growing well and blooming currently. We're going to be trellising them pretty soon. It's just too hot to work in the high tunnels at this point, so we've been mainly doing out in the fields and whatever is the coolest thing we can do out in the fields until it actually starts cooling down. Well, I hope you enjoyed a quick tour of some of the crops that are currently growing. Please check back at us. Probably we're going to try to do it every Thursday, but you never know. This is a farm. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.